What's up, everybody? It's Chris Denman. We are live. Drinks with the band. Thanks to our friends at Jack Daniels. Excited to be here tonight. Madisen Ward and the Mama Bear joining us from Kansas City this evening. We're going to have a good time. We're going to do cocktails. We're going to do some giveaways. We've got a T-shirt to give away. We have a Jack Daniels prize to give away. And you know who gives those prizes away? E.T. Eric Tukoski. He's the U.S. ambassador for Jack Daniels, joining me live from Los Angeles like he does each and every week. E.T., do we have you?
Can you hear me?
We got a little bit of a delay. We might have you log out and log back in. We can hear you, though. We'll get back to E.T. in just a second. Tonight, going to do drinks, going to do a giveaway. We've got a Madisen Ward and the Mama Bear T-shirt to give away. I want to say a quick thank you to some of our friends. Coffee in the morning. You like it? Snappy Bigman. Big thanks to them for supporting the show. They keep us fueled up here at the Midcoast Media office. Very excited to be partnered with them. Thanks to the Kransberg Arts Foundation. You can check them out online, all social media. Kransberg Arts Foundation, they do wonderful work for artists right here in St. Louis and throughout. Tonight, you'll see our friend Madisen Ward and the Mama Bear from Kansas City. But right now, E.T. Eric Tukoski. What's up, buddy? How are you?
Hey, good, man. Sorry about that.
No, that's okay. That's part of the fun. That was I was talking to Madisen before the show, and Madisen said, you know what? 2020 has just been one big troubleshoot. So that's what we're working on, right? It's all
that is true. Yes.
Part of the game. I love the background. I love the setup each and every week. Today is no different. Looking good, man. Great to see you.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Yep. Pumped to be here. It's going to be a holiday weekend. We've got drinks to talk about. We've got stories, as we always do. We've got a giveaway to get to in just a bit. Real quick, let's get things started right. What are we sipping on this evening before we go any further?
You know, so I thought about this for a minute. It's a holiday weekend, and I feel like, as Madisen was saying before, 2020, there's just, things that are happening. So I figured if people are going to try to have barbecues and socially distance with their families and kids and all this different stuff, why not make the drink a no-brainer? So highballs are, you might not know what a highball is by name, but you know what a highball is. So it's any spirit and soda. So the one highball you've heard of is a Jack and Coke, maybe a Jack and Ginger, maybe a Jack and Soda. Our flavors, honey, apple, fire, put them with whatever soda you think sounds good. So for me tonight, I'm going to do, in honor, my wife's birthday was yesterday, and she calls, Jack Fire the reason we're still married. So I'm going to make this drink in honor of my wife. It's a variant on a mule, so I'm going to call it a mule kick because the Jack Fire is going to give it a little bit of a cinnamon spice kick. So all you need is a highball glass or any glass, as we discussed in week one. It really doesn't matter. The drink's going to taste the same. So fill your glass with ice like you did already. I'll do mine real quick. Now for this, it's really 2 ingredients. I'm going to add a third. I'm just going to squeeze a little lemon in this drink.
Okay.
Grab a little Jack Fire. 1.5 ounces-ish. And then a little ginger beer. And that's it, man. It's a Tennessee Mule. It's a Mule Kicks. We got a little Jack Fire. Beautiful. And now you can go back to grilling or playing horseshoes or whatever it is you're going to do on this holiday weekend.
I went with so we put out the drink recipes each and every week. We kept it super simple this week, so you can just focus on being 6 feet away from your family and enjoy yourself. I went. You could also go with that one as well, but we got the highball. I got Jack Daniels Rye. Excuse us. Yeah, I put the wrong one up there for Matt. My mistake. We got several different choices. I'm going with the rye, and I went with a little ginger liqueur, and kind of excited about this. So, going with the
rye, ginger liqueur, and what else?
Well, got some Coca-Cola here. What do you think I should go with?
I think you should go with what makes you happy. You know what I mean? You be you.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
grabbed these and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give this a whirl, and if I've done you all wrong by it, it's
Hey,
okay. We'll fight through it.
look, nothing's wrong, right? It's just you do you, and it's going to be great. I believe in
Cheers.
you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
I'm glad. Delightful. You did it right. I
No
do.
wonder my wife can tolerate me by drinking this. Delicious.
Right. Is there a story behind that, or is it just she's into it and you have access?
Well, no. Originally, and I at that time maybe had done one or two like consulting jobs for Jack Daniels, so the Jack really wasn't on the table. And then when our relationship got more serious, I discovered that she doesn't drink whiskey. Not only does she not drink whiskey, when I mentioned drinking Jack Daniels, she kind of made a face. And you know, they're good at this. Like my hooks were in, I was ready in love. Like now what am I gonna do, right?
Yeah.
Like that would have been a red flag on date one, and it probably would have never gone anywhere. But now I was all in. I'm like, ah. So then Jack Fire comes out, and game changer. She now loves Jack Fire. But it was my goal to create a Jack cocktail that she loved, which took me about a year, but I did it. So now we have no issues. She drinks just enough Jack Fire that you know, I make her happy, and you know, it's been what is it, 8.5 years of
Bliss.
just love.
Right. And then
Yeah.
now she's more in love with you because you're on Drinks with the Band.
Exactly. I mean, you know, she's in the other room right now watching me like, oh my God, that's my husband.
Right. It's like there's that
Or
dope.
not.
Right.
Or not.
I'm
She's like
sure
watching reruns of The Love Boat or something.
That's okay. That's a good choice too.
Yeah, hey.
So
Yeah, it's
tonight
exciting and new.
we're gonna give away a T-shirt from Madisen Ward and the Mama Bear later on tonight. But ET is the wizard of prizes here. Jack Daniels bestows upon him. He passes that to you. What are we thinking for a prize tonight? And I know you have kind of a unique way to give it away as well.
Yes. So tonight's going to be one of those prizes that, you know, not only going to get something fun, but it's going to help you. And here it is. Your very own Jack Daniels terry cloth wristbands. You get 2 of them.
You got a thumbs up from the producer's
Now-
room. Matt's already in love.
Yeah. Now, having met me, you probably are waiting for the "wait, there's more" comment. And there is. You know, during coronavirus, talking to friends over the past,
And you would be correct to assume
you know,
that I'm
4
going
or
to take
5
care
months,
of you. Yeah.
And right. And I feel like when I talk to my friends, I either get they went one direction and they're becoming Corona cut, right? They're doing P90X or they're doing some crazy exercise program, or they're going the other way and they're becoming Corona curvy. So I want to help someone achieve the dream of Corona cut by giving you these JBL Reflect Response headphones. Take them out of this security bag here. That they fit like right in your ear. They're wireless. They're all the things you want. Touch controls. You just kind of tap your ear and it makes it louder, changes stations. You can jog all day long or get on your bike or whatever it is that you do. This is going to make it easy. This alone is going to make you Corona cut. And when you're sweating, you'll be wearing these to protect you.
See, he's not just going to give it to you all at once. He's going to give you a little bit up front. He's going to, hey, check this out. You're just a little tease, and then you get those. And they were called Reflect. Right. They're called reflectors. They light up too, huh? Is that what it says?
Sure.
Yeah.
Reflect Response. I think when you tap your ear, it lights up and lets you know, like, hey, you're changing things. Volume, station, song, answering a call, not answering a call.
Well, first off, hit share. Let's get some people involved with this. Hit share, tag your friends in the comments. We got Madisen Ward and the Mama Bear coming up here in just a bit. ET, how can people win this Jack Daniels prize tonight?
You know, look, we're a music show, right? And it's if you whittle it down, it's about music. So I was thinking there's, you know, been so many great music movies in the past 2 years, but they go way back. So I guess put in the feed whatever movie about music. It could be a documentary. It could be like if I was typing in and trying to win, it'd be Eddie and the Cruisers, right? Which isn't
Nice.
a real movie about someone real, but it is a real movie about music. So whether it's something like that or a documentary like Searching for Sugar Man,
Oh
whatever
my
it is that
gosh.
you just dug and you watched a movie about music and just kind of made you happy, throw that in the comments and someone will get picked and win those headphones and wristbands and maybe some more fun stuff will go in that box. You
I
never know.
love that. Drop your favorite music movie in the comments. Huge fan of that thing you do. I haven't seen it in a minute, but that was a great movie.
That's a good one.
Yeah. You could bring that. And Searching for
Yeah.
Sugar Man, by the way. Whoa. Aren't you mad
Yeah, that
you
was
didn't make
great.
that?
I watched that years after everyone watched it, and
Mhm.
I was like, what was I waiting for? It's so good.
Don't you hate that? I get that moniker with my friends, and I'm just like busy, and they're like, "Hey, you should watch this." Oh, sure, sure, sure. And then like 4 years later, they're like, the third season of this show that we all watched. I'm like, ooh, forgot. I'm bad about that.
Yeah. But the good news now is you can, take a weekend like this, you could probably catch up on 5 shows.
Yeah, it's true. So here's an admission from me. And again, ET giving away some great earphones and some Jack Daniels, I guess, wristbands to help you get out, get moving around. And we appreciate that from ET and Jack Daniels. All you have to do, comment with your favorite music-themed documentary, film. We'll even take a TV show. You're entered to win. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say it. It doesn't hurt if you share or tag a friend too. So we have a blast doing this each and every week. So if we can continue growing it, maybe you'll see more episodes. We're scheduled for 16. Who knows what the future could hold?
Who knows?
Yeah,
This could keep on going.
I know the tales.
Did we get producer
the tales that we could jump
Matt,
into.
his
What's that?
his show, his movie? Did we hear about from producer Matt's favorite music movie?
Great call.
TV show?
If I had to guess, it would be something like I'm trying to think. Like what, Matt? What do you have?
It's like a love connection now. Do you know his favorite?
Yeah. I loved Empire Records. Do you remember that movie?
Yeah, that was great.
I also loved Airheads from the 90s.
Okay, here's ET. Just give it. Yeah, Airheads hit with our age group.
Is that the one with Brendan Fraser
and Adam Sandler? Yes, the Lone Rangers.
Got you. I don't know if I remembered enough to
Joe Mantegna.
really roll my eyes the way I was.
Joe Mantegna was in it. I would argue it was good, bad. Like it was enjoyable. And there's a great line from Adam
Nothing
Sandler.
wrong with good, bad.
Right. It's cheesy, but it's like it is what it is. Look at him. I ain't farting on no snare drum. Shout out to Airheads. So drop your favorite music.
Yeah, pretty good.
Music, documentary, movie, TV show in the comments. You're entered to win the headphones. We've had so many prize winners that we're going to be highlighting as we wind down season 1 of Drinks with the Band. I was going to admit something to you. I didn't realize it was a holiday weekend.
I just saw one from Laurel Canyon. I just saw Laurel Canyon pop up. That was a good one.
Laurel Canyon. Okay. I haven't seen that.
In the feed here.
Who's in that?
Well, I'm not sure. So there's a movie Laurel Canyon and there's a documentary Laurel Canyon. So we have to.
Okay. So
we'll just ask
we'll decipher.
the viewer / my mother which one she meant.
Big shout out to Philly.
I think. Yeah, I think. I do remember. I think she watched the documentary Laurel Canyon, which is all about like the Joni Mitchells and all the people living in Laurel Canyon during the 60s and 70s and all the music, CSN that went during there. There's a rumor that when Sgt. Pepper came out in '67, that everyone in Laurel Canyon said it's 7:00 tonight. Let's play Laurel Canyon at the top of our stereos. And then the whole entire canyon played Sgt. Pepper cover to cover, which I asked Henry Diltz, who, Woodstock photographer, he lived in Laurel Canyon during those days. And he's like, I heard that rumor too, but I wasn't there that night, so I cannot corroborate. I can't confirm or deny that story.
It was before the internet too. It was a little harder to make sure that happened. You got to take people's word for it. So we'll get to the bottom of that one day.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was a holiday weekend.
It was like a drawing on. Oh yeah, go back to that.
No, I'm sorry. It is, and I know people are going to hang out. They're going to drink some Jack by the grill. They're going to hopefully get to see some family. Hopefully, if you have been working, that you get to take a little time off. Do you have traditions with this weekend typically?
So my family's back east. I'm in LA. They're Philly, Jersey area. So as I mentioned, it was my wife's birthday yesterday. So a lot of times we would go back late. I usually don't have to travel on holiday weekends. However, my wife's birthday sometimes is Labor Day weekend, sometimes it's not, depending. And friends of ours, they grew up across the street from us, but they bought a house and retired down the shore. And the house they bought, beautiful old, one of those old, Atlantic City houses. Their detached garage at some point was converted into like an actual bar. Like it looks like it's nicer than some dive bars I've been to. So typically we have a big party for my wife one of the nights we go back this weekend, but we're not traveling this weekend, so we had to recreate that here. Two of us and our 4 dogs.
Well, the dogs help too. That makes it a party.
Yeah.
Did you guys celebrate for the birthday?
Yeah, so we did one of her favorite meals last night and one of her favorite movies, but we'll do it this weekend because it's her birthday. Unfortunately, fell in the middle of the week, so during this weekend we will. It's a birthday week. My wife has a birthday week, right? We have a birthday hour. They have a birthday week. And she deserves it. She deserves every minute of it.
Yeah, right. As you sit here on and give us your time every Wednesday after you work a full day. So yes, shout out and happy birthday. Let's cheers. What's her name again?
Yeah,
for everyone?
Katrina.
To Katrina. Cheers, Katrina. Happy birthday.
Cheers. I love you.
Did you did you tell her that we booked Madisen Ward and the Mama Bear for her birthday?
I didn't tell her. I wanted her to be surprised. But, man, are they good. Are they good. And they also stole my idea before I had it because me and my mother were going to start a band. But that was only a couple months ago.
Okay.
So
they
got there first and actually know how to play instruments and sing and write songs.
Well, guys, we're going to do a few giveaways tonight. One, a T-shirt for Madisen Ward and the Mama Bear, and we're going to talk to them momentarily. I just want to remind you before we talk to them that we are doing a Jack Daniels giveaway as well. ET's giving away a set of headphones and some amazing workout gear from Jack Daniels. Would you like to meet Madisen and the Mama Bear?
I would love to.
I'm gonna make that happen. What's up, guys? Live from Kansas City, Madisen Ward and the Mama Bear in the coolest setup I think we've seen all season long. We're already into almost to the teens on episodes. What's up, guys?
Hey, we're doing good. What's going on, y'all? We wanted to set the bar high. The music hopefully will equal the atmosphere. I don't know, but it's good to see you guys. Chris, E.T., how y'all doing?
Better now, man. So nice to see both of you. We're in St. Louis, Madisen Ward and the Mama Bear in Kansas City. So we're excited to finally, people have been begging for us to connect the Missouri cities, and we're going to do it tonight. This is we're making history.
It's all about unity.
It is. And you know what? The first thing I notice, other than 2 lovely, talented people, is the Black Panther mask on the table. Shout out and rest in peace to Chadwick Boseman. And thanks for repping Black Panther tonight. Love what a nice accent to the party. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
He's a guy who meant so much to so many people, including us. And so, I had that mask from a couple years ago. So I just thought maybe throw it out there and, I don't know, just kind of add to the vibe of the evening. So
I think you did. I think you did well. Madisen and Mama Bear coming in from Kansas City. E.T., I don't know, growing up in Philly, if you all had like a city that you actually really liked, but there's like a weird, something. What is there? So Kansas City and St. Louis is kind of funny. Madisen, I'm sure you enjoy St. Louis as a city. I always just crack up at some of the rivalry. Like, who is St. Louis and Kansas City? They have a rivalry. Like, it's the same thing.
Yeah, I don't know about the rivalry. I know the barbecue is good in both cities, and it's 3 hours. How do you have a rivalry 3 hours away? You know, That's like what? How much difference? I don't know. It's I love both cities. I don't engage.
Same here. Yeah, none of that. All positivity tonight. ET, anything in Philly
I'm
like that?
Madison. Yeah, it was always like growing up. It was like we were New York's, like baby New York. We were never as cool as New York. We were never as big as New York. And then you grow up and you go to New York a few times. You know what? They're just different cities. Like they're both great. Philly's a great city. New York's a great city. It's not like one has to be better than the other because we're different. And I think that's just something people do because they have nothing. Like there's not enough things to worry about in the world. You got to make up fake rivalries with two cities that have nothing to do with each other than they're in the same country.
You're in Los Angeles now, and it happens. Los Angeles looks to New York. New York looks back to Los Angeles. So that's who we are.
Yeah, or San Fran, right? Like they have better food than us, or they have this. It's like it's so dumb. They're just different, and I think that probably is something that we just need to fix all across the lines.
I agree.
There's not one better than the other. It's all cool. It's all there.
The criteria for the rivalries drops after a while. At some point, it's like we have a better bus stop than you guys. We have a better train station. It starts real high, then it drops, and by the end of it, you're like, I'm wearing a different shirt than you are. It really has no.
Right. It does get silly.
And if everybody could take note from you, Madisen, and team up with your uber talented mother, I think everybody would act a little better. I think everybody would kind of stay in line a little bit more.
I don't know, man. Depends on the mother, I guess.
Yeah. That's fair. E.T., before you get going, did you spend some time researching our musical guest tonight?
Yeah, always. I mean, this was like the treat of all treats. I put them on Spotify and then I just never turned it off all day. It's so good. From knowing the name of you guys to listening to you now have a lifelong fan. You made my day today. So thank you for that.
Thank you so much.
I'm sure many more days to come.
Yeah. Happy birthday to your wife.
Happy birthday to the wife. Can you hear Mama?
Thank you.
Can you hear me okay?
Oh, yeah.
Now I can't. Wait, did you say you're dedicating the show to my wife's birthday? Is that what I heard?
Oh, he said that every song tonight was written with your wife in mind, and it's all about her. And the lyrics, it's all dedicated to her upbringing, where she comes from, her parents, her hometown, everything.
You just made up for my birthday present for her being like 3 weeks late, so thank you so much.
Yeah, great. Man, you need to bring some more of that fire, some of that Jack fire, so she doesn't hate you after this.
Can you
right?
imagine?
I think you just leveled the playing field. I think I'm good for at least 3 days.
Yeah, that's fair. I think it'd be funny to be in your house and it's birthday time again, and she's like, "Oh, a vintage Jack Daniels T-shirt. Cool. Thank you for the 7th year in a row. Awesome."
And now what am I going to do next year? It's like, well, last year you had the coolest band like dedicate their whole set to me. Now what are you going to do? So
we're going to have to keep coming back every year.
Yeah.
There you go.
I know. Next year I'll have to like set up my backyard and have like a stadium seating.
Yes.
Maybe a very, very, very small stadium, but 3 chairs. But nice.
Well, we'll make it happen.
Well, I can't wait to hear you guys play. So good to see you. Nice to meet you on the internet.
Thank you.
Likewise. Nice meeting you.
All right.
E.T., he is the U.S. ambassador for Jack Daniels, and he's giving away prizes tonight. All you got to do, tag your favorite movie or TV show that involves music in the comments. E.T., thank you so much. Everybody follow him on Instagram at SuperHypeLLC. Thanks, buddy. Cheers.
All right, man. Good to see you. Have a good weekend.
You too. Back with drinks with the band, and in Kansas City, we've got Mama Bear, Madisen Ward. Do you ever push for that to be first on the marquee? Should it say Mama Bear and Madisen Ward? Or are you okay with the way it sits?
Oh, I'm okay with the way it sits. Yeah, it flows better.
Okay, all right. I'm trying to create controversy early. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, you're trying to make more division. We just talked about this, Chris. What are you doing, man?
I blew it.
You can't turn us against each other.
No.
Okay.
I failed already. No, people are tuning in to see you play tonight. I don't want to step on it too much. We'll hear 4 songs from Madisen Ward and the Mama Bear this evening. We'll get to chatting a bit. If you guys have questions, please drop those in the comments. So happy to have you all here. What's the first song we're going to hear tonight?
We're going to sing a song called Mother Mary off of an EP we put out a little while back.
Thank you guys so much for jumping on Drinks with the Band. Take it away.
Thanks for having us. I'm not one for raising hell, right in the grave. As far as I can tell, I wasn't a saint. Living in a running house, the chip and the pain. Temples that the lonely build, I'm in decay. And if it wasn't for the north side girl, I'd be buried. She brings me to my knees, she might as well be Mother Mary. I can still see myself, the clothes on my back. Louisiana voodoo man, wearing nothing but black. I'll be just another tool no one's looking at. She hit me like a one-breath prayer at a midnight mass. And if it wasn't for the north side girl, I'd be buried. She brings me to my knees, she might as well be Mother Mary. Oh, if it wasn't for the north side girl, I'd be buried. She brings me to my knees, she might as well be. She brings me to my knees, she might as well be Mother Mary. Mother Mary. And if it wasn't for the north side girl, I'd be buried. She brings me to my knees, she might as well be. She brings me to my knees, she might as well be. She brings me to my knees, she might as well be Mother Mary.
If you guys will just give me a minute, I'm gonna. Boy, that was fantastic. Way to start things off. Unbelievable.
Don't scare me. I thought maybe like the camera blacked out and you're like I don't know how to tell
Hey
you
guys,
this.
hey guys, from the top. We didn't hear any of that.
Okay. It sounds like me recording like every record I've ever recorded. We had could you just do all of the emotion and energy and spirit and heart one more time?
Right. Yeah. Hey, little off on that chord. Gonna need you to step back in. Looks like you're sweating and maybe ready to pass out, but gonna need you to find that one more time.
You know what they always, you know what we would have them say, Chris? They would go like, if we would work real hard to finally get it, and then they'd finally say, that was it, magic, perfect, don't need to touch anything. Do you got one more in there?
It's like what?
Yeah, I can't do that. But
No,
yeah.
not gonna happen again. Madisen Ward and the Mama Bear on Drinks with the Band this evening. If you haven't, go follow them on Instagram, Facebook, everywhere you can listen. You can get their merch online. Tonight we are going to give away a T-shirt. I'll tell you how you can do that, and I bet you should probably hit share if you want to be entered to win for that one. Madisen Ward, Mama Bear. Let's get into this. Kansas City. You grew up there for the most part. I guess got there as a youngster. Let's dive right into, I guess, the community in Kansas City. I loved living there when I did. Very friendly people. As performers, I don't know a ton. There's lots of very talented people from Kansas City, actors, comics, musicians. I guess, how has Kansas City, I guess, shaped you all's career thus far?
Well, I think, Kansas City is definitely, they embraced us, from the moment that we decided to, because we live just outside of Kansas City. I want to say like about 15 minutes.
Sure.
And whenever Mom and I started playing, we didn't want to really go into the city and play in the venues for a while. But the moment we did, they've embraced us, and everybody has shown so much support of what we do, and it didn't feel cliquey at all. It just felt like, hey, this is the scene. Here's another act. Come on in. And I think with that sort of not feeling that level of competition, I think it's really shaped us as far as I don't know, maybe it's actually made us ill prepared to think that the world is very kind and less competitive.
Everybody's the friendly person in line for barbecue.
Yeah, life's not Sesame Street. Everywhere else, everyone's Oscar, and I'm looking for Cookie Monster.
Yeah, right.
I've read a lot of autobiographies from different musicians, and they would always talk about the hard time they'd have in the studio and whatever. So when we went in the studio, I'm waiting for this hard time, and it never happened. I'm thinking, well, we must be doing something wrong, but it's just, I don't know. It's just always been good.
She says that I had a completely different experience. The studio was very tough for me.
I was gonna.
I think she can nail things a lot better. She's been singing longer, and so for me, it's like I have to still prove my worth all the time. So.
Well, I'm sure that keeps you hungry, and I'm sure that's what helps drive you to make the great music that you do. I'm sad to inform you that tonight is that hard time. Like, you got to work through like at least another 20 minutes with me, and I apologize.
Man, this is if the connection goes out, that might just be like a natural
Connection.
glitch. Yeah,
Got
it's
it.
a glitch. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's nerd out for a second. How's Google Fiber? I miss it deeply. It was...
I'm not your guy to talk about that. Is
okay.
Right, I can't tell you about Google Fiber. I can tell you about fiber, like plants and stuff.
Sure. We'll get into that too. No. Back to the music side of things. You get things going. I don't know if you have that awkward teenage phase of being in bands or in music. How did you all get started? And I'm even thinking of like young men in their early 20s, even if you have a great relationship with your family members, and most of all, your mother, one of the most important, if not the most important person in so many people's lives. Let's talk about getting going together. And was there ever even just an ounce of doubt or like, oh, come on, Mom? Like, how did you all get started? I'm sure you've answered that question 8 jillion times, but I'm super curious.
Never been asked it before. This is actually, I'm just kidding with you. But no, I mean, I never had that sort of I never had that reluctance to play with my mom. She played in coffee shops my entire upbringing, and I always saw her playing and performing, and it always seemed like something cool. I had heard nothing but great things from friends and other people about how she had impacted their lives through music and during rough times in their life or anything. And so it never once seemed like a thing that was uncool to me or I never looked at it with any sort of negative thoughts. I just, from the very beginning, I was like, hey, I'm writing some stuff. Do you like it? She's like, yeah. You want to come play with me at the coffee shop? I'm going to take a break. Do you want to play a couple of those songs? And I was like, sure. And then after a while, she was not taking the break anymore, and I was playing the whole set with her. And then, people liked it, and I don't know. She's a musician, so it's not like it didn't feel like I'm like June Cleaver is hanging out with me. It felt like just an artist. It felt like just an artist.
Mama Bear, were you ever frustrated with him?
Oh no! When we got together, it was more like Madisen said, "Mom, I don't want you to look at me as mom and son. I want us to be artists, musicians, and come from that angle. And that's the only angle we do well. If I treated them like son, mom, we would argue all the time. But because we're artists, we're able to respect each other.
Now we just argue as artists.
Yeah, right. So that's what you're going with, huh?
Yeah, that's the essence of what we do.
Right, where every comment about the other person's choice cuts to their soul because it's a personal choice.
What's so funny is I don't think that we're cutting to each other's soul, but the honesty is 100% there. So if she doesn't like something, she's going to tell me, and I can't imagine if I was anybody else how you would have to dance around those emotions and be like, oh yeah, I see kind of where you're going with that. But with me, she's like, oh, that's trash. Throw that away. And I believe her 100%, and I don't get offended by that at all. Yeah.
What a weapon to have as a duo. That's fantastic, and I'm sure that's probably allowed you to jump a few lines that people have to deal with, and maybe sometimes takes years to get over or to develop. And congratulations on that on that line. I mean, it's got to be tough for others, and for you all to be able to jump in like that. That's very cool to hear. So I appreciate that. If you guys are just tuning in, Madisen Ward and the Mama Bear, we do drinks with the band each and every week. Next week, we've got Alexander K. Tonight, we're going to give away a T-shirt. Jack Daniels is kind enough. We'll purchase a T-shirt from their store, and we'll send it to you all. If you just hit share, you're entered to win. Let's get some more people tuning in to see these great artists perform tonight. Love that T-shirt, by the way. Did you all design that yourselves, or did you have somebody come up with that?
Yeah, we actually designed that one. As far as how it was going to end up looking on the shirt, I think a good friend of ours named RL, he runs a merchandise company called Scene Merch, and which is an incredible merchandise company. But that actual painting there, my mom actually did the original painting. She's an artist, and she did that back in the 70s. And then we've always had that painting in the house. One day I accidentally set a cassette tape on top of it, and I saw the eyes, and then I just took a photo of that and then had another artist sort of do the whole thing. So.
Are you kidding me? That's is that strange to see people with that shirt on where you're have a memory of it from 20 years ago? That's amazing.
I'm just grateful they're willing to wear it.
Hey, and don't think I'm going to let this slip by. RL was in a band himself, in a band called Flee the Scene back in the day that I for sure saw in St. Louis and in Farmington, Missouri. So shout out to RL and Kim and everybody. I don't know if you knew RL in those days, but he definitely was in a band.
I did not know RL. I knew the band though, and I remember I was acting as a roadie for my friend's band at the time, and I remember us going to a venue down in Kansas City, and RL's Flee the Scene was on the bill, and I remember thinking, man, this is the coolest band ever. And I didn't know anything about that world, even the music, anything. So, but it was kind of cool to hang out with them later.
Yeah, and what a small world. I heard RL and I was like, wait a minute, that's who that is. That's great.
If you're St. Louis, you probably know
Yeah, they definitely played, and I grew up in a small town south of here too, and that type of music. And I remember they made it into a pretty big magazine at some point, and I was just like, yeah, go for them. Guys, Madisen Ward with Mama Bear. If you share it, you can win a T-shirt tonight. I love the story behind the design as well. We've got a few more songs to hear. If you guys would, you want to jump into the next one, I'd love to hear another one.
Will do. How about we just sing forever? Bring your hands close together, baby. Whoa, baby. When you talk, they call you liar. So don't talk, just join the choir, baby. Whoa, baby. Them movies make more money, so help out. You make more money, girl. Whoa, girl. When you talk, they call you liar. So don't talk, just join the choir, girl. Ooh, girl. Go ahead. How about we just sing forever? Bring your hands close together, baby. Whoa, baby. When you talk, they call you liars. Now don't talk, just join the choir, baby. Whoa, baby. Silent movies make more money, so help out. You make more money, girl. Ooh, girl. When you dance, they call you funny. Help out. Get real funny, girl. Ooh, girl. Oh, yeah. Whoa, whoa, yeah, yeah. Wow, wow. Oh, yeah.
Is it weird sounding as good or better than your recordings on a Wi-Fi signal for a live stream on a Wednesday night? Does it feel weird sounding great? Guys, you're killing it. Thank you so much, man.
Thanks so much, man. I mean, we had some little difficulties here on our end. We had mics and everything like that, and our mics were doing backflips and gymnastics and jumps out the window. So we scrapped it all. We appreciate everybody sitting with us and you guys sitting with us and letting us be in our natural state.
We'd have it no other way. And shout out to your engineer, who's a very nice fellow himself. And you know what happens whenever you're not like, well, it could have done this, could have done that. This is fun, but then that just means we have to do more together. So we'll have to come up with cool ways to collaborate again. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. I'm curious, since things have slowed down, have you all stayed busy? Are you busy writing? How does your writing process work? Also, is one of you in charge of music? Are both of you bringing lyrics to the table? How has it been the last 6 months creatively working together in the confines of your homes?
Oh man, it's been so many things have halted. The world is halted. We're writing as much as possible, and also there's been a lot of just bizarre projects that you would never normally find yourself in. Like just my mom and I started a podcast recently, and we haven't even we've recorded, but we haven't posted this yet. And we get writing projects that come in where someone says, hey, can you make a song based off of a story that we give you? So we're like just trying to stay creative in all these ways. So mostly it's just been writing and working on new music, possibly demoing, but this is the closest that we can really get, which is we have a 6 feet distance thing here, but we try not to be in the same house too often, So we just
stuff the COVID. I mean, COVID has changed everybody's life.
Yeah, I'm naming my firstborn COVID. COVID's changed the game.
It's wild. Yeah, I've going on, I have a great relationship with my parents, and I've gotten half a hug from my mom in the last half a year. It's weird. It's strange, man.
That was before the virus.
Look out, guys! He'll be opening up in Zona Rosa at the comedy club in Kansas City.
The comedy background behind you, I can't stop thinking about it.
Wait, do I?
Yeah.
That's my headshot.
Yeah.
You're not getting past the podcast chat. So what's going on with the podcast? Let's get a preview.
Oh man, we started a podcast called the Mad Mama Half Happy Hour, and basically it's my mom and I just rambling about whatever comes to mind. I mean, we're very ADD minded. I think.
That's what he told me. I'm ADD.
Yeah, I think he's ADD. And an ADD person usually tells you they're not, but that's what's happening here. But we'll sit there and we'll ramble, and but we play songs too. So we make up songs on the spot, and it's basically a way to keep us rehearsing and practicing, but at the same time we'll just start going off about whatever. And it's been really fun. And we got our producer, engineer, Blonde Bryce. He sits in the corner and he makes sure everything is working. So,
producer Matt, do you like the producer moniker Blonde Bryce? Producers can't just be Matt or Bryce. You gotta come up with something, right?
I love it.
Yeah. His name is Bryce. He's blonde again.
It's the most degrading tradition in broadcast. It works, though. I'm not mad about it, and I don't care if Matt's mad about it. So it is what it is. If my mic goes out in a second, you'll know why.
And that is me in control.
If you hit share, you're entered to win a Madisen Ward and the Mama Bear t-shirt. Highly recommend you do that. Very cool t-shirt and a great story behind it as well. Love talking to you. We're going to have you guys back on to talk. Do you guys want to do one or two more? I'm going to let the artist pick.
We'll do a couple more for you.
Oh, my gosh. All right. I'm down. What's our next song?
This song is the title track of our last album that we put out called Started With the Family. And it's a stripped down record. And it's just it's just two guitars and one mic. And we recorded it out in Nashville with Nathan Chapman. And so this song is called Started With the Family. Where did I learn about rock and roll? Started with my sister. Started with my sister. She let the songs unfold. Started with my sister. Where did I learn to toughen up? Started with my brother. Started with my brother. This world will treat you rough. Started with my brother. Where did I learn to be a man? Started with my father. Started with my daddy. You have to take your step. Started with my papa. Oh, you lose your mind. Family tries to shine, but baby's gotta get in line. Oh, you lose your mind. Family tries to shine, but baby's gotta get in line. Where did I learn to pluck a string? Started with my mama. Started with my mama. Let's hope the bird can sing. Started with my mama. Lose your mind. Family tries to shine, but baby's gotta get in line. Oh, you lose your mind. Family tries to shine, but baby's gotta get in line. Where did I learn about rock and roll? Started with my sister. Started with my sister. Let the songs unfold.
I don't have anything else for you. I'm just gonna enjoy that. I'm gonna remember that, and I'm gonna appreciate it, and I'm not gonna sully this with more questions. I'm just gonna sit here. That was so good. The vocals are, they're there. They're nice, but let's talk about how fast your mom's fingers are. What? What is happening?
I can't do what she does.
No one can. What are you talking about?
You feel. That's all I can say. You got to do what you feel. If you feel one note, you play one note. If you feel 4 or 5 notes, you play those. But whatever's coming out of here is what you do.
What's going on in your heart and brain, like all day long?
I'm starting to worry about your upbringing. I'm starting to wonder
like
you were growing up.
right?
You respect your elders and you do what you're told. Yeah.
That's so. You two are both very talented. You didn't need me to tell you that, but it's an absolute honor to have you on the show and then to see you perform as well. So I'm laying it down here. As long as we can afford you, we're gonna have to set something up. We gotta get you here for something live, and we'll have a blast with it when the time's right.
That'd be so cool, man. Most definitely, we would love that.
It'd be a blast. We do have one more song, and I'll remind you guys one more time. If you hit share, and do yourselves a favor, go follow these folks on Instagram, Facebook, and appreciate their tunes. And when we fight through this and we get on the other side of this, go see them live, because it's an absolute treat as you're seeing this tonight. And if you hit share, you can be you can wear their T-shirt to their show. You can be that person. Do you wear? You all wearing? Would you go to a show as a fan and wear the band's T-shirt? I don't know.
No, not at all. I'd buy a shirt, but I don't know if I would go wear. I would wear a mask of the lead singer.
See, now we're getting innovative. No, see what you do. Yeah. The trick is you go to the show and you wear a band's T-shirt that you know one of the members likes, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
That's what. Yeah. You're like, oh, I like the Replacements too. Like, yeah, that's how it goes.
Yeah, that's cool. So you can kind of you want to get the little backstage pass, and they're like, he likes the Replacements. Let him come back here and hang out with us after our show. Real quick, what's with the stripe shirts? There's always one person in the band who has the horizontal stripes. I don't know if they're the bassist or the drum. I mean, there's always the one guy though.
Listen, I think at some point it must have been a member of like a rock band in the 60s that like swore by it, and they picked it up, and then somebody just ran with it, because I've noticed that as well. And I want to apologize on behalf of those people. I've worn stripes before myself, and it's not a good look.
I'm not against it. If you're a striped person, that's totally fine. It always looks like a burglar from like the 50s just walked on
now, oh, hey, what do you know?
Oh my God, what is this?
Perfect. Mama Bear, question for you. As you're both artists, and your son is the lead singer of a band, however we want to put it, are you the reason that he hasn't made any kind of a questionable fashion choice as a musician, as an artist? Would you support if he showed up on stage in a meat suit or something of the sort?
Well, I know Madisen really well.
I would hope so.
He will not show up with a meat suit. He can really show up with.
I can really show him my own meat
his
suit.
He's his own person, and because I know him so well, you know who would show up with the meat suit? I would show up with the meat suit. Now, how do you like that?
And I would support that.
Yeah. And he would say, she's got a meat suit.
Classic Mama Bear, living up to the moniker. I love it.
Classic. Living up. From the moment you heard her name, you're like, okay, this woman, she's a little zany, a little off the wall.
Right. There's only one way this interview ends, and that's her talking about wearing a meat suit.
I don't mind. Hey,
we're trying to be different, Chris.
I can tell.
When you get to my age, you can wear a meat suit, man. Get away with it.
Yeah. When you get to her age, you stop asking questions. You're like, you know what? That's fine for her.
Right.
That's fine for her.
You know what? I've learned tonight, and I want to say thank you for this learning experience as well. Everybody out there watching, we do have one more song from Madisen Ward and the Meat Suit Mama Bear. Cheers to to all of you. Let's hear one more song, and don't forget cheers. Thank you so much for joining. What a pleasure. My goodness. Talent, and we're learning so much.
Meat suit, alcohol, everything. Yeah. We're going to maybe have do the twin meat suit at some point. But we appreciate it. Thanks for having us, man. We love you.
Love you guys. Let's hear one more tune from Madisen Ward, the Mama Bear.
Have you ever seen Botticelli in the belly of a whale or the trolley of a train? Alessandro Filippetti, the little barrel kid with the pocket full of paint. Oh, he was a good man. Oh, he had black blood. He was more. He's misunderstood. He's misunderstood. He's misunderstood. He's misunderstood. Have you ever seen Botticelli? Renaissance man with the Simonetta eye. Simonetta was such a beauty. She made the men sing and she made the women cry. Oh, she was a good girl. She had smoky eyes. Oh, she was more. She's misunderstood. She's misunderstood. She's misunderstood. She's misunderstood. Have you ever seen Botticelli buried at the foot of Simonetta's grave? He was in love, so they tell me. Maybe it was just the impression that he gave. Oh, he was a good man. Oh, he had black blood. Oh, he was more. He's misunderstood. He's misunderstood. He's misunderstood. He's misunderstood. Have you ever seen Botticelli in the belly of a whale or the trolley of a train?
Incredible end to the performance by Madisen Ward and the Mama Bear. If you all haven't, I will tell you again, follow them on Instagram, Facebook, keep up with them, go see live shows, treat yourself to an album, some of their merch. One of you is going to win a t-shirt tonight for hitting share. the rest of you are just going to follow them for the rest of your days. Guys, we've got more plans ahead for you, so don't think this is the last time that we'll be getting together. I want to just thank you so much for coming on Drinks with the Band. I know E.T., what a good friend to make as well. The guy who is the face of Jack Daniels in the U.S. So we'll...
Yeah. So we're getting some sponsorship. Is that what you said? I'm sorry. Did you say sponsorship?
They're cutting out. Matt?
Wait, what?
I lost. I guess Google Fiber is not that great. So, well, they were okay.
I can still see you, Chris.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Kind of embarrassing. Yeah, let's talk about the meat suits again.
Hey, that sounds good.
No, incredible performance tonight, and you guys are absolute treats. Thank you so much for coming on. Guys, hit share. You might win that T-shirt. We really appreciate it. Support these two, and go see them whenever live shows come back. Keep your masks on, and again, shout out to the Black Panther mask for making it into Drinks with the Band. Great work, guys. We'll see everybody soon. Thank you to Madisen Ward and the Mama Bear, and follow ET on Instagram at SuperHypeLLC. We're back next week with Alexander K. Thanks, everybody.